I'm here with Corey, and this morning we were talking about California prisons versus everywhere else, and growing up in kind of a crazy lifestyle. And you grew up, and your parents and your godparents were
Active gang members, part of the Aryan Brotherhood, KKK, different skinhead organizations all across California. Growing up, it was a normalized belief system, normalized behavior pattern and thought pattern. So growing up, I was pretty much destined to go to prison. My father was in and out. My mom was in and out. I was destined to go to prison. I was destined to be a part of that lifestyle.
okay. But even though you were in, and gang participation is kind of a big thing in California prison, you kind of walked away and you disavowed all that mindset. How did that happen?
So I held a belief prior to going into incarceration that it was set up a certain way, that I was supposed to believe a certain way and treat people a certain way. Going in, I seen that it wasn't how I had perceived it to be, so my perceptions were called into question. My understanding of what I believed in was called into question. If I'm believing all of this stuff and I'm having doubts about it, how am I supposed to believe 100% into something that I doubt? If I'm having doubts, then there's something wrong within that belief system. So I went through and dismantled the belief system by understanding the doubts that I was holding and how they correlated to all the things that I had been taught growing up, and I was still being taught while I was incarcerated.
Okay. And now, having grown up the child of white supremacists, having been a part of that lifestyle, you work with the Anti-Defamation League, you work with the Southern Poverty Law Center. What is your goal there?
So my goal is to eradicate not just individual racism and individual organizations within that belief system, but eradicate the entire systemic belief of white supremacy and oppressing of those people that are less fortunate, that are being oppressed because of something that they have no control over. How am I going to oppress somebody based upon their skin tone, their sexual preference, their socioeconomic standing, when they have no control over all of those issues because they're born into that lifestyle? Just as I was born into my lifestyle that I had to overcome, they're born into a lifestyle, and I'm hating them based upon something that they have no control over.
And you said something this morning that I thought was really profound, and Matt said it too, in that mindset you came from had a sense of hopelessness. And once you saw hope, like once you had a sense of hope in your life, it made it easier to walk away from that.
Absolutely. That belief system and majority of gang belief systems is based upon hopelessness. There's no hope in getting out of that because that's what we're raised in. That's all we see, so that's what we believe is the truth in life. That's what we believe is not faulty and not maladaptive. We adapt it as the norm. Once you gain hope, my hope was seeing a fellow person that I had done 14 years with at that point in time going home. We weren't supposed to go home. We weren't ever supposed to get out of prison, and that gave me hope in seeing that, hey, I can not only get out of prison, but I can change my life because this man had changed his life. By giving me hope, it's taking that whole belief of hopelessness and that whole cycle of faulty and maladaptive belief systems and changing it to where I now have hope in getting out and changing my life and becoming the person that I was created to be from the Creator.
Well, it was really nice to meet him today, and I'm grateful for everything he shares. And you do a lot of work in the LA community, and just grateful for what you do to help eradicate the mindsets that's caused so much pain, but also give people a chance when they get out and help them get on their feet.
Absolutely.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.